Okay, let's begin. And we should be live. Hello to everyone who is joining us on our YouTube channel. My name is 𝗬𝗲, the content manager here at 𝗖𝗵𝘃𝗀𝘀. And today I have a special interview with Daniel from BeProfit. And today, what we're going to talk about, the main topic, is profit calculation. This is one of the biggest issues that many e-commerce store owners have, because it's hard to have an all-in-one package where you can really understand how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, and how much am I really profiting at the end of the day. Now, we've had a similar topic. This is your all-in-one solution to understand how everything can be done and everything can be calculated up to the last dollar and cent. Now, it doesn't matter where you are dropshipping from and where you are dropshipping to, or if you're an inventory store owner, or if you are a dropshipper, what selling channels you are using, which suppliers you're working with, and what methods you are using. At the end of the day, you are running a business, you have expenses, you have income, you have to file your taxes at the end of the month, at the end of the year, and there is only one there is several ways, but there is one good way of really understanding your profits. Now, granted, even those of you who are using AutoDS, you can calculate your profits from your stores and from your suppliers, but there's a lot of uh, outside third party sources that are also taking from your expenses, which you can add into the platform. So once again, this is what the topic is going to be about: profit calculation, but how to really do it the right way. Daniel, thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I'm good, Liran. Thanks for the opportunity to join the AutoDS podcast, and I'm really happy to be here and join. Um,
Great,
and
great.
yeah,
So
give
thank you. And
some
let's take it from the
information
top.
on. Sure.
And by the way, those of you who are listening to us on our YouTube channel, this is also going to be a podcast. So you could be listening to us, you could be watching us. Either way, hello and welcome. And do stay until the end of this broadcast, because we will have a special bonus for all of those who stayed until the end. So, Daniel, let's really take it from the top. Is running an e commerce business profitable?
Well, it can be highly profitable, but in the end, it comes down to your bottom line. More often than not, business owners don't know what their net profit is. So whether they're profitable or not remains vague. Now, net profit is a key number to determine your company's profitability. The formula may seem simple, meaning revenue minus expenses equals profit, but online merchants have many expenses that are hard to track, basically because they're in different sources. So the answer to this question depends on how much on the way sellers manage their finances.
Okay. So it is profitable, or in other words, it can be profitable if we learn to do it the right way. Whether it's tracking our expenses, knowing exactly how much we are spending, and of course, watching our income and making sure that we have more income than expenses. And we're going to get to that soon. So within e commerce, because e-commerce is a very general word. E-commerce is simply having an online store. But within e-commerce, there are many types of different business models. Within that, we have the dropshipping business model. And what's your take on that? Is dropshipping still relevant nowadays?
Well, I think dropshipping is highly relevant and it's in a rise. Well, the pandemic is largely responsible for dropshipping exploding in popularity. The dropshipping industry has seen significant increase since 2020, and experts predict this trend will continue. Um, about 20%, 26% of BeProfit users are dropshippers, and we see these numbers are increasing significantly all the time. So I think it's
Okay.
highly relevant. Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you, by the way. I've been in the dropshipping scene way before the pandemic, and it was good before, but what happened after was just simply amazing. And I think it's just a really good time to be in e-commerce. We see the numbers rising every year, especially in the dropshipping business model, because of the low risk and high reward that it can yield once, of course, you learn how to do it the right way, because nothing is too good to be true. But with the right tools and knowledge, the skies are the limit. So I agree with you there. Dropshipping is very relevant, which takes me to my next question. From your experience, how much profit can you make with dropshipping?
Well, obviously, the profit range is very wide, and we see successful dropshipping businesses which profit between $50 to $5,000 a day, and numbers are increasing. Achieving this requires stocking high demand products and having ample profit margins, excellent marketing and sales, and obviously recurring customers, which are responsible of increasing your sales over time.
So profit is, of course, an option. Profit is something that happens within dropshipping, but it really varies from dropshipper to dropshipper, from according to your answer. And that is also what I've been experiencing on my side. So yeah, it can really range. It really depends on who you are, what you're doing, your product research, how well you're managing your store, and of course how well you know about your expenses and your income and how it all comes together. So we talked about regular profiting, but have you seen people making significant profits in dropshipping?
Well, dropshipping as a business is a relatively low risk business model. And I mean, success is not guaranteed, but even complete beginners can get substantial profits, and if they have the right resources and if they know how to track and run their financial side of the business.
So of course, pretty much like the last answer, it is possible. It's just knowing your way to it. And from my experience, I've seen many people that just didn't make it, and it's just from lack of knowledge, lack of knowing what to do, and it pretty much always sums up to that same answer. Um,
Yeah.
okay,
So,
so a little bit enough about dropshipping. Let's talk about e-commerce a little bit. What is the most common reason for e-commerce business failures?
so the most common uh, the most common reason for e-commerce failures is basically not knowing your incomes and expenses, and not running the business in a sensible financial way. In e-commerce, it's especially more difficult since there are many different sources of expenses. You have ad spend, which is an expense from a few several suppliers, and then you have the cost of products, which can be several different suppliers, shipping, and many other costs which are involved, and it's very hard to track and combine and track it in one place. Yeah, so I think that's the main reason for e-commerce
So the
failure.
most common reason is simply it's not whether I made a sale or not, it's whether I was able to profit at the end of the day or not. Because if you're not making any sales, then you have to do some homework on, say, your product research, or the way that your store looks, or the way that you know, the way that you decorated it or branded it. But it mainly comes down to product research and audience targeting. But when you do make sales, and I do see a lot of drop shipping stores that to me look like they're making lots of sales, and like Shopify stores especially, and I've seen people who actually create beautiful stores that look really good. It looks like a branded business, and when I checked them out again 1 week later, the store went down. They just closed down their store. So this comes down to also knowing how to profit, also according to your answer. So uh, just because you sold a product and you just made $20 profit off of $100 sell, let's say, how many ads did you run on that product? What Shopify apps are you using and paying them monthly in order to help upsell this product? What are all of the expenses that are around it? So people don't know how to calculate all of that, and they just see that $20 profit from that $100 sell, and they're waiting for more like that in order to finally see some profit. But at the end of the month, they can't withdraw anything to their bank accounts. So this usually comes from the reason that you said, simply not knowing your expenses. What is the easiest way, Daniel, from your experience, to scale profits, but when running a dropshipping business?
So the key to scaling dropshipping business profitability is leveraging the new automation tools which are constantly going into the market. Uh, there are solutions for both tracking your profitability and automating the process of selling your products. So I guess AutoDS, you guys cover the aspect of drop shipping and automate the drop shipping process from scratch to save time and effort, and most importantly, money. And BeProfit, well, we help with identifying the most profitable or best selling product, um, tracking your store's performance, tracking all of your expenses, and analyzing your store's profitability.
All right, so combination of two things that I really like. So one is business automation, because with that you can just easily scale. You can import products, and within seconds you can have price and stock monitoring for thousands of products. So, and you don't have to hold any inventory. You can automate your orders. But let's put that on the side. We have that, but we also need to know what we're doing, how much we're spending, how much we're profiting. So the combination of both can really lead to high profitability scaling. Okay, Daniel, is it better to sell trending products, products that are trending, or is it better to sell high profit margin products?
Well, it's definitely a combination of both. I mean, both are important for your business. You can use your best sellers in prospecting campaigns to um, gain new customers to gain new customers, and additionally help these products also help identifying your audience. You get to know your customers better and target your audience. And on the other hand, high profit margin products are cost effective and definitely help to grow your business over time.
Combination of both.
So, a
So,
combination, yeah.
like you said, so the cheaper items, because on the one hand they're easier to sell, and we want to make sales. We want to get this sale ball rolling in our stores, and it also helps us test our audience, what they want, what they need, what they purchase, and move on to also at the same time simultaneously selling the higher profit margin products. And usually they come with the more expensive price ranges. The higher the product price, the more you're going to profit. And so a combination of both is great. Cheaper items sell more, expensive items give us more profit. Yeah, one plus one is a good solution. I totally agree with you there. Based on your experience with e-commerce store owners, what products actually have the highest profit margins?
So from our experience, we see the fashion and beauty industries is very popular, and they tend to have higher profit margins. We see
Yeah.
this industry is in a rise for the
Yeah, I see that
last time
too.
frame.
Beauty, yeah, beauty, the fashion and beauty industry has always been on the rise. It's one of the categories that I talk about also a lot in our videos. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, we have our YouTube channel, and that, of course, you can subscribe to, which you can always learn about drop shipping and tips and strategies, case studies, success stories, how-to tutorials, product finding, and so much more. And of course, BeProfit have their YouTube channel, so that you can keep learning about how to calculate your profits, how to profit the right way, and how to handle the whole financing section of your e-commerce business, which of course is very important and crucial, especially if you want to make it in the long run. How can dropshippers increase their profits to the next level?
Drop shipping profit depend on many different aspects on your online business, including operations, marketing, pricing, and business development. We recommend to regularly explore ways to reduce costs and increase profit margins. So basically, find maybe different suppliers, save on your shipping methods, save on maybe your ad spend, any kind of costs you can analyze analyzing apps such as BeProfit, and then take data-driven actions to increase your profitability.
Okay. Okay. So one of the ways here is to once again know how much you're profiting so that I mean this should be the first step, for everything. This should be the baseline for your e-commerce business. And finding ways to reduce costs and increase profit margins. There are multiple ways to do that, but one of the ways to reduce your costs is to understand, of course, what
What
costs you
they
have.
are,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. And one of the ways to identify them is to have that in the system, and have that all in a certain dashboard, or a way that you can see it all and analyze it all, using, of course, BeProfit for this instance. And from there, you have full control over your expenses. And if you see that one of the things that you're paying $20 a month for, or $50 a month for, and it's not really performing well, this is a good time to consider maybe moving on to something else, maybe replacing that app or that service provider with another one, or removing it all at once if it's not really contributing to your e-commerce business. But one of the things definitely to reduce your costs is to know what are all of your costs, not just some of them. And for increasing profit margins, this is all about product research. So you need to know what you're selling and what are the audience that you're targeting. And nobody gets this all at once, guys. Drop shipping or e-commerce, selling anything, even on a brick and mortar store, which where the risks are much higher, and as are the investments. But in any case, if you want to increase your profit margins, first you need to sell the right product to the right audience, and you need to differentiate yourself from the competition. Once you do that, you can sell the same product for a higher price. Even if you have a general store, because you don't know what your niche is yet. So you have a general store and you're selling a whole bunch of products on that general store. You're not sure exactly what's going to sell. So you're testing out a whole bunch of products, and this is a good strategy for beginners. And then you see a product that's actually starting to sell. And then the next step that you usually do is you're saying, okay, this product sold, let's add more products like that, more similar products, and get more sales, thus increasing my profit margin. The more sales, the more profit. And after you do that, you can also turn that into a niche store, but only after it's been proven to work for you. And this is a great way to increase your profit margins. Now, one of the mistakes we talked about, one of the questions is, what are some of the mistakes that people the common mistakes that people make when running an e-commerce business is starting with a niche store. You don't know what to sell yet, you haven't done any product research, but hey, let me create a fashion store. And because fashion is on the rise, there's no reason for me not to succeed, right? And then you create a fashion store, you import a whole bunch of shirts and pants and clothing accessories, but without doing any research whatsoever. And there are millions of clothes and apparel and all of that. So how do you know exactly what's going to sell? You can't sell all of the millions of the products that you can. So those who start off right from the top by having a hunch that maybe starting a certain niche store is going to work for them without doing any research on the side, that is a good plan for failure. But if you start with a general store and you test out multiple products, and even when one sells for you and you add more products similar to it because you want to continue testing this to see if maybe you found a niche, maybe you found a good category, you still want to continue testing the market for more and more and more products, more from other categories, from different categories, while continuing to multiply your success by adding more products similar to those that are selling well for you. So this way, you have the formula that's working for you that you just found out because you were testing products, and at the same time, you're continuing to test products. And this is a great way to get more sales and increase your profits. Sorry for taking the spotlight from you there, Daniel, but sometimes I just have more and more things that I would like to add to our viewers to help them get a more in-depth understanding of how they can come across, reducing their costs and increasing their profit margins, because this is something that a lot of people are getting stuck on. Now I'll move to the next question. So, is it necessary to track business metrics when dropshipping, even if it's just a form of passive income? Let me rephrase this. I'm a small time drop shipper. I only want to sell 50 or 100 products. I don't have too many expenses, not that I know of. So let's say one of my expenses is my automation tool because I need to automate. I can't do everything manually. So there I'm spending, let's say, 15 bucks a month. And then I have my, uh, let's say, profit calculation, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, do I need to calculate my profits right from the start if my business is like so small? Is it necessary?
So my answer is definitely yes. Well, any business, no matter big or small, needs to track their business metrics. I mean, a sudden rise of in expenses could turn easily a source of like passive income into an expensive headache. We've recently seen an example of this with the drop in of the euro currency, for example, which caused a raise of the product costs and the different services. So keeping track of your expenses and incomes, and obviously at the bottom line your profit, is the key feature for any sized business.
I agree with you. It also gives you like a look forward into what's going to happen instead of looking back and realizing that you just lost a lot of money. And this can happen especially in the beginning when you're not in control of those things. So and one of my from my personal experience, when I created my first dropshipping store, I thought to myself that I need to have an accountant at the end of the month to for to file my taxes, because
Sure.
now I've got two jobs. I've got my main job. I've got my office 9 to 5, or here in Israel it's 9 to 6, and I also have my drop shipping business. Now I need an accountant for this because I need the taxes and everything to be in line. And then I hired an accountant, and my profits went to that accountant because in the beginning I was only making in the first month barely anything, maybe $50, but that starts to multiply more and more the more you build from there. And today it's God bless. But before that, when you get the accountant, you realize that the accountant cost, let's say, 120 $130. I'm not even making that profit yet, and now I'm paying my accountant to file my taxes, and then they send me a report that shows me that I'm losing money. And that is like like looking back and realizing that I'm losing money. And even when you're on your first steps and you join a platform like BeProfit to really understand all of your expenses, this way you're looking forward and you know what to expect, and there will be no surprises at the end of the month. And this is especially good in the beginning, because if you see yourself losing in the first month, losing on a second month, losing on a third month, and that didn't happen to me, but it does happen, and you'll want to quit. You'll think this is not working. And yeah, and if I would have seen it sooner, if I would have realized sooner what my expenses are and what I should be doing to first increase my profits and reduce my costs, then maybe I could have saved this. And with the help of BeProfit, that happening. Okay, so it is necessary to track business metrics, especially from the start. This is something that you want to do, just like automation. Usually, I tell people to start manually and then start automation, and I still stick to that because you need to understand how the business works before you start putting in a whole bunch of automation without even knowing what's going on. But you should do these things from the beginning. Start
Definitely.
manual, then go automatic, and of course, track your business metrics. What is the easiest way to calculate dropshipping profits?
So basically, if you've been using spreadsheets to calculate your profit, then you must know that they might be very complicated. As you mentioned earlier, there are a bunch of unexpected expenses which you're not always sure on how to calculate them or where must I include them. BeProfit basically helps you leverage the power of automation and algorithms, and we provide you with an accurate profit margin. We turn all your data into easy to view graphs and reports, and you can easily point out where your expenses are increasing, and I mean where you can maybe cut some of those expenses. You can track your ad spend, you can track your cost of goods, your shipping, and every other aspect of your online store. Um, so I think using an automated service to track your expenses, such as BeProfit, is probably the easiest way for beginners and more advanced e-commerce sellers.
Okay, so why wouldn't I just open up a spreadsheet and start writing down all of my expenses there manually, for example?
I mean, the many expenses which are hard to track, such as ad spend and and cogs if you're drop shipping, it saves you time, and obviously in the end it's money to go into different sources and pull those expenses and that data from each source.
I
And
agree.
BeProfit
Yeah.
just leverages the power of automation. We do it for you. I mean, the app does it for you, and we pull in the data from all the different sources, give you a clear breakdown using graphs and charts and different reports of all the different aspects of your business, and we and then you can see a clear bottom line profit of your store.
And then the more you grow, the more you'll realize that you need it, especially when there are things that are very hard to calculate, like you said, like ad spend. You can put that into a spreadsheet as much as you want, but to really be able to calculate it correctly, you'll need a software that will help you with that. That's dedicated to doing just that, and that is something that is really difficult to track. From also my experience on running Shopify stores and running Facebook ads on them, and trying to really understand how much I spent to how many sales I got, and seeing my actual real ROI, my real return on investment, and not just from
And
one
the
line, but really
ROAS as
having
well.
all of the things that had to do with it, and putting all those expenses together. Yep.
Yeah,
What
getting
is B
accurate
profit?
ROAS as well. I mean, getting accurate ROAS as well. I mean, is also um,
Right.
a very
Right.
important metric to compare and track, and having the option to know how much revenue a specific ad has generated for you is, I think, one of the biggest expenses which are hard to track.
And this is really important, not just for knowing how much you profited at the end of the day, month, and year, but also to optimize your store and optimize your ads and see what's working well and see what hasn't been working so well for you. Where are the slow movers, and where are the ads that are really giving me the best ROAS or return on ad spend? And you need one place to be able to calculate all of this, get the insights, and continue optimizing your stores from there. And this isn't just for Shopify stores. This can also be for eBay stores who run PPC ads on their listings. This can be for Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops users. This could be for Wix, WooCommerce, Amazon. This can be for many, many different selling channels, because they all have ads. They all have PPC ads, and it's a great way to really get your product and get your brand in front of your audiences. But on the other hand, tracking the ad spend and the profits that you got from it is really difficult to do, even though each platform gives you some type of analyzation on how your ads have been working, but it is not as detailed as you need it to be, and it doesn't include more things that certain platform doesn't know that you have in terms of expenses. Okay, so first of all, I want to say hello to everyone who joined the live QA in the last few minutes. We are here talking about profit calculation. If you have any questions about how to track your profits, what how all of this works, how you can really manage your finances and do it all in one easy to use solution, ask all of your questions in the live chat, and we are going to address it very, very soon. So anything that has to do with profit calculation, I can see everyone who already joined. I can see everyone who already started asking questions. Guys, today I will not be answering questions about AutoDS. It's only for profit calculation. So let's keep it relevant. We will only answer those who are asking questions about profit, about calculating it, and doing everything that has to do with finances the right way, because this is very, very important for our e-commerce businesses. In the next live, I will address questions about dropshipping and AutoDS and all of that. But for now, let's keep it relevant for profit calculation. You guys need to know this. So most of our audience of people who have been listening, I'm thinking they already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What is BeProfit and how does it work?
So, as we've already hinted over the podcast, so BeProfit is a profit analysis app for online merchants and dropshippers. Um, our tool gives you insights and helps track your finance and analyze your store's performance, and in the end boost your e-commerce success. um, some of our main capabilities are viewing your profits with extreme accuracy in a dynamic dashboard, converting your data into valuable and actionable insights. As we've mentioned, you can track your ads performance and maybe do A/B testing and increase your marketing efforts on ads which their performance is increasing, and stop your and I mean um, and stop your efforts on ads which are not generating any value. We also provide lifetime value analysis. You can analyze your customers' lifetime value and the profit and revenue they generate in your store. Um, and obviously there are many more custom reports and features which you can find on BeProfit.
For more information, guys, check out the link in the description below. There's also going to be a very, very special bonus, which I will talk about very, very soon, on how you guys can utilize that special promotion. But in other words, BeProfit is your all-in-one solution for being able to track your profit and also increase your profits by seeing what's working well, especially when it comes to ads and ad spend, and being able to optimize it by seeing what works and multiplying that, trying more. For example, when it comes to Facebook ads, you see an ad that's working well. BeProfit is going to give you a clear indication of that. Of course, it does many more things on top of that, but that is one example that's really hard to do manually or in any other way. And now you can take that ad and split test it, try more things, because this way you will see more things that will work for your audiences while also trying to target more audiences and more and more and more. But at the end of the day, how much am I profiting? That's it. How much am I profiting? But the profit comes with of course, the income minus the expenses, or the expenses minus the income. And I've only seen one tool that really, really has it all. In this case, Daniel, it's you. It's BeProfit. So, what selling channels does BeProfit integrate with? This is a very important question because we've got dropshippers from all over.
So we're currently integrating with Shopify, Amazon, WooCommerce, and Wix stores. We're obviously always looking to grow and increase the integrate and expand to other platforms as well. But currently, we're integrated with these platforms, which are the
Okay.
major e-commerce platforms, right?
Okay. I want to add to that we also at AutoDS support dropshipping automation, so for your scalability with Shopify and with Wix. WooCommerce is coming up. Amazon is also coming up. So we're working on all of that. You'll be able to not only automate your business with them, but also enjoy the benefits of profit calculation with BeProfit. And also, all of you in the chat, I see all of your questions. I can see that the questions turn more into profit calculation questions. Sarah, I see you asking about eBay and dropshipping questions, but you ended it with a question about BeProfit, so I'm about profit. So I'm going to address all of your questions too, including the ones that are not about profit calculation, as a bonus. For everyone who's asking questions about profit calculation, we will get to you very, very soon. For those of you who haven't asked your questions yet, now is perfectly the time. So, from the selling channels that we spoke about, are you guys working about integrating with more selling channels?
Yeah, there are more selling channels coming down the line. Currently, we're focusing on these uh, selling channels, which are the major selling channels in our opinion.
Okay. Okay. And
Uh,
what is the most popular out of those four that we mentioned?
I think currently it's Shopify. We see the largest store volume on Shopify. We see the largest stores currently on Shopify. Yeah, and
Okay, so Shopify is the answer.
I guess
I agree that
that's
Shopify is
the
one of the
most
biggest
popular.
e-commerce platforms available today. For those of you who are interested in Shopify or want to know what it is or how to get started, we have a free full Shopify course, about 40 lessons long. You also have it free on Udemy. You can search for it there. It's got perfect ratings for a Shopify course, much better than most other courses that you'll see. It's absolutely free, no charge. Just go and learn. And you also have it on autods.com. Just hover over resources on the top, and you have dropshipping courses. Once again, enroll 100% for free. Learn how to dropship on Shopify, one of the biggest e commerce platforms available today for dropshipping and e commerce in general. So that is the most popular selling channel that with. That brings me to my next question. How can dropshippers use BeProfit to calculate their Shopify store profit margins?
So basically, we integrate with the e-commerce platform your store is on. We pull in all the data, all the orders you get on your store, and we integrate with several other services which are popular on for e-commerce business, such as the different ad platforms, Facebook, Google Ads, Bing, TikTok, any of the major ad platforms. We integrate with AliExpress, for example. For those who drop ship from AliExpress, we can pull the cost of goods from AliExpress into BeProfit and give you accurate costs. We give you the accurate costs, different costs of your store. Um, yeah, and basically that's the function. It's revenue minus costs. You can add in any other overhead costs as well to calculate and get accurate profit, um, net profit of your store. And yeah, that's
Okay,
basically
so
how
if I'm
you could.
dropshipping on Shopify, I can customly add my Shopify apps that I'm paying every month, my Shopify store monthly subscription. So those are the monthly recurring costs, while also adding the non-recurring costs, the one-time transaction fees, and taxes, customs, duty, import taxes, and those kinds of things. Like you can
Yeah,
do it
not
all,
not only on Shopify, by the way. It's on any of the platforms we integrate with. On Amazon, for example, there are Amazon fees, which is very hard to track without
right?
using an automated service which pulls in that data. Um, yeah, and
Yeah, right.
on
I agree.
WooCommerce
Because
as
there you have
well.
the package
Uh,
size and the package dimensions and the weight and also the transaction fees and of course PPC and the rest of the yeah. Each selling channel definitely have their own customized ways to bill you, whether monthly, whether one-time transaction fees, and it's very important to understand all of these. So I can add everything.
Definitely.
Just I just add the information inside BeProfit, whether it's recurring, whether it's a one time, and that way we can have a full understanding of our expenses and profits.
Yeah.
Okay,
There is
so
data
for
which
all
you
of
have
this,
to there is data which you
sorry.
have to add in manually, I mean, and there is data which we automatically pull into the app using multiple integrations.
Okay, so when I sign into BeProfit and add my stores, there's a synchronization process which will automatically take some of my expenses and add it to the system, and I will be able to see
Definitely.
them and understand what other expenses I have that aren't written that I can now add it in manually. And
Manually. Yeah.
yeah, okay, and then everything will be added all together, and it's of course it's saved, so it's always going to be there, especially the manual stuff, so that you won't forget it. And this is a good way to really have it all in one package. Okay, so I just want to turn to the chat one more time. I see everybody who's writing questions. Regarding the link in the description, I will leave it at the end of this live, especially with the bonus that I was talking about. So stay tuned, guys. My Lailam, you also asked a good question. We're going to address that soon. Guys, if anyone has more questions, it's going to be we're going to address the live chat very, very soon. So continue asking your questions. Show me, let me know what you want to know about profit calculation. If you've ever been stuck on this issue, if there's anything that we haven't talked about that you want to get the answer to, and we will address it very, very soon. Okay, let's move on. This is an important one. How much does BeProfit cost?
So on BeProfit, we have 4 different pricing plans. They're feature and order volume based. Users can definitely find a plan which fits their budget. The basic plan starts at $20 a month for a yearly subscription, and you get a 14-day free trial. Obviously, you can test out the app and see if it fits your needs. And yeah, and the higher pricing plan go up to $120 a month for the ultimate plan with all the advanced features and analysis tools we offer.
Okay, so if I'm a beginner, I can, and whether I made some sales or didn't make some sales, but it's really important for me to track my. I can start at just $20 a month. I don't really have to reach so deep into my pocket and try to understand where I'm going to get this budget from, because we can actually start this at $20 a month, which we can even make from one sale.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
The basic plan, I mean, has um, very advanced features. We have all the integrations included in the basic plan as well. Yeah, and even a beginner could definitely join BeProfit on the basic plan and get performance analysis and understanding of his store's profitability.
Okay, guys, you heard the price, but wait, because we didn't get to the bonus yet, and that has to do with the price. So just wait, we're almost there. The best part is you also have a 14-day trial, so I can try before I buy for 14 days, which gives me enough time to add my data, see how it starts to see how it starts to turn into a expenses and profit calculation, see how it all works, and really get a feeling before my 14 days are over, and I can actually make my decision if this is right for me or not. And I think that it is a good idea, because 14 days, 7 days is maybe not enough for data entry. Maybe the e-commerce store owner didn't just have the time to check it out yet, and then the time would be over and it would be too late. But here you have 14 days, which gives you more than enough time to take this section seriously and try to track your profits. And after that, you guys can choose. And I'm sure with something so organized, and that will help you not only calculate your profits but also optimize your costs and your total profits. uh, this is you will not want to quit after 14 days, especially once you have all the data in front of your face. You won't want it to get erased. It's your business, and this is something that you need for the long run. So I think it's a good idea that you guys decided to give a 14-day trial here for anyone to try before they buy. Can anyone I've talked about it, but can anyone optimize their dropshipping business with BeProfit? So not just calculation, but can we actually optimize our business? Can we optimize our profits because we're using the service?
So definitely, yeah, even if you start with 0 orders, you can already use our tools and insights and grow your business. And we've seen quite a few businesses which have grown tremendously in just a few months and increased their order volume and their sales and many percents. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
So
definitely
so let
suitable
so
for complete beginners as well.
okay. So it's perfectly good for optimization, not just profit calculation. We also gave out all of the examples for how that can work in this live Q&A. And I'll just give that example again before we finish it off and move on to the chat. By the way, guys, anyone who just joined right now, hello, welcome. Ask your questions right now that has to do with profit calculation, because in just about a minute, we are going to answer your questions in the chat. I see a lot of questions that also don't have to do with profit calculation. So sorry, guys, it's not going to be today, but it will be any other live. You guys have joined, for those of you who have joined my previous lives, you know how it goes. I never miss out on any one of your comments for the general live Q&As. But this one is a special one about profit calculation, so I will only be answering you. I, as in Daniel, too, of course. So let's see if we got to the last question. Right. So you can optimize your profits and you can optimize your business by seeing what's working and what's not working. So it's not just, oh, great, I made $1,000 or I made $2,000 profit, but what gave me that profit? Let's go inside the system now and see what's working for me. What actually gave me that good profit? Oh, it's this ad, or it's that copy, or it's that feature that I decided to pay a monthly subscription for, which actually worked out pretty well, because it turned out it gave me $500 in profit. So this is a good way to really analyze not just what the profits are, but where they came from and what you can do now to multiply it. Okay, so that finishes all of the questions. That pretty much sums up all of the questions that we have for this live Q&A podcast. Thank you for everyone who made it this far. We are not done yet. Now I will give you guys the special promotion, and I will also add it to the description below this video. For those of you who are listening, you won't be able to, of course, read the description, but I will give it to you verbally. So let's go ahead. What you will get right now from in the description, and by the way, and of course for the podcast listeners, is 30% off of BeProfit for the first, not 1 month, not 2 months, but for the first 3 months of using BeProfit. Take 30% off of your subscription. So that $20 for getting started, it's not $20 anymore. And all you have to do in order to get that is to use the discount code DS30. DS as in dropship, DS30 as in 30% off, DS30 at https://beprofit.co. Of course, I will leave that in the description below this video, not for a long time, so grab it quickly. And for those of you, once again, who are listening to the podcast, I will repeat it one more time. Discount code DS30 at beprofit.co. Use that as the discount code when checking out and enjoy that 20% off for your first 3 months. Okay, so that sums up the questions and answers. Now we are going to move over to the live chat. Now, you guys know me from the previous live Q&As. I usually questions right here so you guys can see them on the screen, but right now I'm using a different platform for this podcast, so I'm just going to read them out loud, and Daniel, I will let you answer them. So I'm going to start right now. And once again, guys, it's only for profit calculation questions, and it's not too late to ask. We've still got 12 minutes left in this live Q&A. So ask your questions. It's not too late. Let's go and start with the first profit calculation question. So let me just read through the questions right here. I wonder when they will have Amazon so that I can run my business on there. Stephen Graham, I'm not sure if you were referring to AutoDS or BeProfit, but BeProfit already supports Amazon, so um,
Analyze your
calculate your profits
profit.
through Amazon on BeProfit. And with AutoDS, we will add it soon. We will add it soon. Our developers are working on it. I really hope that we will be able to roll it out this year, but if not, it will definitely roll out in the next. For BeProfit, you can already use them for sure. Okay,
Yep.
please guide me on this. I want to start a Facebook dropshipping business using AutoDS. Sorry, Sanjay, I cannot do that right now. That has to do with AutoDS. Hello, everyone from Knisna. Hello, LA. I don't know where that is, but it sounds like a good place. Hi, I am a beginner. Will AutoDS update prices and status of products on Facebook? Yes, Sabrina, but that is not the point of this live Q&A. Cut, is AutoDS down? No, it's up. Sarah. Okay, Sarah, I remember you. You asked a good question, so let's address that. I'm going to start with your profit calculation question, and then I'll move to your eBay questions as a bonus. Let's see where it was. Okay, so you mean at the beginning it's good to have general no, that's general dropshipping question. One irrelevant question. Sorry, will be thankful. Just open my store. It's not that one. I know you asked one, Sarah. Where is it? One sec. Here we go. Okay, what is the best time to use profit calculations for beginners? It's a good question, even though we answered it. But Daniel, you want to take this one?
Yeah, think right off the beginning. It's the best time to track your costs and your revenue. I mean, you won't have any surprises later on with any unexpected costs which you haven't noticed right at the beginning. And I would definitely recommend, just as you start your store and your drop shipping, um,
Yep.
yeah,
So
just
start right from the
as you
start, and
right
we
from the
talked about
beginning.
that. It's really really important to take it seriously from the start because, well, at the end of the day, you don't want to look back and see how much you lost. You want to look forward and see how much you're going to make. And with that, it's going to help you when you're using a platform like BeProfit to calculate that. So, Sarah, to answer you there, it is good to start right from the start. Use the promo code. Use the promo code DS30. Take that 30% off, and that should
Gives
definitely
you a
help
sol
you get a good start. It should be about $6, if I'm not mistaken, from the basic plan. So it brings you down to about $14. Sorry if my calculations are not correct. I'm just thinking really fast, but it's really, really cheap to start off with, especially when you have 14 days. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to answer the rest of your questions now, even though, I made a promise. So is it better to sell products from one category or different category? Is it okay? Is it important for eBay ranking? It doesn't matter. In the beginning, eBay will only limit you to a few categories, but as you sell more and more, they will open up. They will open you up to more categories. They will also limit to the amount that you can list under one specific category. So yes, do teach yourself more than one category. Try more than one, and don't start in a specific niche. I also went over it with this in this video. Start general, test out the market, and slowly narrow down. Okay, that's the best way to start. Is it better to start? Yeah, so we answered that one. Great insights, Daniel. You got a compliment from Hilly. Daniel, you rock. You're getting some nice
Thanks.
compliments today, Daniel. It's very nice to see. Sarah, I'm going to answer the rest of your questions. So
Like
you
your
mean in the beginning it's good?
audience.
Uh, so Sarah, so you mean at the beginning it's good to have general products? Yeah. So I just answered that, which can have more profit for me and sell more. Got it. Yeah, it's more about selling more at the start. Profit, it is important to profit, but at the beginning you want to learn the market. You're not here to make. You're not going to get rich overnight. You're going to, but you will make substantial profits when you start to learn the market. So learn the market. Don't put your profit margins at 10% or anything that low. You're not really going to see profit unless you have thousands of orders per month. Um, the dropshipping business model definitely allows you to be able to make 30, 40, 50, 60% profit margins on your orders. That is the way that I do it. I don't work less than 50%, but that is just me. I know those who work at 5% and they rely on cashbacks, but I don't know how much profit they're seeing at the end of the month. If they're using BeProfit, they probably know. Okay, let's see what other questions you asked here. One irrelevant question. Sorry. Will be thankful. I've just opened my store on Seller Hub. I said that I have 3 item limits. How should I increase it? I just used 2 of them to sell my own stuff. So it's good. Once you sold your own stuff, if you make a sell, you'll automatically get a limit increase. If you don't make a sell, just call eBay. Let them know, hey, you guys just gave me 3 items. I listed them. I have much more items than that to list. So please open up my limits, and they will do that. You can also head over to our YouTube channel and blog page. We have an article and video on how to increase your eBay seller limits. And that's it, Sarah. I kept my promise. You asked more questions, but I need to go on. Okay. Ofer asked, where can I find the link? I don't see it in the description, so I answered that. I will add it right at the end of this live Q&A. Guys, did anyone else ask any questions about profit calculation? Let's take a look. Which USA suppliers do you recommend? Sorry, it's not for this live. Does constantly revising your listings hinder your visibility? No, definitely not. But guys, it's not profit calculation. So trial for BeProfit is 14 days. Yes, right, Daniel?
So for the annual plans, it's 14 days, and the monthly plans are 7-day trials.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
Sarah, what
but
I would
using
recommend is,
the,
I mean,
I
you
I mean,
can you can go
using
both
the
ways.
promotion codes, for example. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you use
using
the
the
promotion
promotion
code
code
anyway,
gives you
yeah,
some extra time to test it out for a lower price, and yeah, get
definitely.
things started. Get a
Yep,
easy start.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's also what I would recommend.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've got that 30% promo code. So it's small money in the start. In the beginning, you're not paying at all. So you're playing around with the system. You're adding in all your information. You're seeing how it all works, and then 20% off for 3 months. I really think it's more than enough for you to realize that this is something that will work for your business, and you won't want to do without it once your trial ends. Okay, I think that's it, but let's just go over it really quick. Which USA suppliers? I saw that one. Try to load products through AutoDS. That's not a profit calculation question. Auto system, uploading products. eBay dropshipping is easier than any other income streams to build. That's why everyone starts dropshipping on eBay to make money. Do you think that it's saturated? Again, it's not a profit calculation question, but I will just end it with that one. You guys can dropship anywhere you want. You can create your businesses anywhere you want. Okay, eBay, Shopify, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Shops, which we now also support, Amazon, which we will support soon, which BeProfit supports now, WooCommerce, which we will support soon, which BeProfit supports now, and Shopify and Wix, which we both support. So if you go with something that we all support, then you'll also enjoy dropshipping automation, and you'll also enjoy profit calculation at a very precise level. But if you really want to start off and spend as less as possible, who asked this question? 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗀𝘀𝘁. So if you really want to start with the least amount of expenses, then start with eBay, because they won't charge you for having a store with up to 50 items, I believe. Maybe they give more than that today. I don't remember. I haven't started a new account in ages. I'm just working on aged accounts. But they don't charge you for a store subscription. They won't charge you for your first store. But once you want to upgrade to a store subscription and have more than 100 or 1,000 listings, you're going to have to put some money aside for a monthly subscription. But by the time you get there, you're already making sales and profit, so you can afford to expand. But either way, even on eBay, actually, you guys don't support eBay, right?
Yeah, we don't
At
support
this point.
eBay. We Yeah,
Okay.
right now.
But yeah, it's one of the easiest income streams to build, but it's also very difficult because you need to know how to start the right way. eBay also bans accounts very, very easily, especially those who don't know what they're doing to start and who are just, you know, making a big mess. So it really depends, but you
If you
need
do
to
run
learn.
a sorry, if you do run another store besides eBay on any of the platforms we do support, you can enter those profits and the revenue from your eBay store into BeProfit anyhow. Yeah, so we
Right.
do support
That's also a good
adding different
suggestion.
yeah, we do support adding different revenue and other expenses. So yeah, even though it's not, I mean, integrated directly with BeProfit, we do support these these workarounds, and we are able to give you the total brand picture. So yeah,
Okay, nice,
you
nice.
can analyze.
So that's a good suggestion because we do have, at least in our system, a lot of dropshippers who are dropshipping in more than one place. So
Yeah,
we also have some nice combinations. Like I've seen people who have a Shopify store and they synchronize their products also with eBay and also the other way around. And I've also seen it working in three ways, where you have one selling channel as the middleman, and sharing his products with the other two selling channels. So this is advanced. These are
yeah,
advanced techniques, and it does help you make a crazy amount of income. And even more, the reason to track your profits because it's coming from more than one selling channel, and one selling channel has more than one source of income. And now when you're going to multiply those selling channels and scale your success, and this really is where the big money comes from. But here is more the reason to have precise and exact profit calculation. No guessing, no manual work. It's not going to work. It's just like trying to drop ship manually and have 5,000 products on your store, but you're doing everything manually because you didn't want to use any tool to automate it. So now what are you going to do? You're going to go to 1,000 suppliers products pages every day to make sure that they didn't change the prices or the stocks. That's not going to work, and neither is scaling without profit calculation. So take that definitely into consideration. Let's see if we have any more. I see that the chat is still continuing to work. So let's see if we have anything else before we sum this up. I'm listing products on eBay. Okay. When are you going to support Amazon? Probably they're working on it, Faisal. I don't have an exact date. Just in a message, I see. So they don't support eBay. Yeah, Sarah, they don't support eBay right now at the moment. But what you can do is also take into consideration the second thing that Daniel suggested. If you have a store or thinking
Yeah.
of opening a store on another selling channel, then you can, and you also have one on eBay, then you can integrate that the supported selling channel with BeProfit, and add eBay as the secondary source of income that you have. Okay,
Yeah,
you can
we
do that. You
support
can get
that
that to work.
case, and we can I mean, we support that case, and we can also isolate the orders which are specifically from eBay sales channel, for example, if it's running through a Shopify store. So on BeProfit, part of the one of the tools is the option to isolate different sales channels or order sources. So that's very useful if you're running multiple stores,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and they're
So there you have
integrated.
it.
Yep.
Thank you for the bonus and thank you for answering the questions. You're definitely welcome. Okay, guys. So thank you for everyone who joined this live Q&A. I hope that it helps you understand the importance of why you should calculate your profits the right way, and not in some manual way, not in some spreadsheet, and not in some other tool that really doesn't give you the whole all-in-one solution, and being able to see it in visualized graphs, and also being able to understand what's giving you that profit, what's working really, really well for you, and continue optimizing from there. Daniel, thank you for joining this live Q&A, and I once again want to remind you guys to enjoy that 30% discount. For all of you podcast listeners, head over right now to beprofit.co and enter DS30, that's dropship 30, DS30, at the checkout stage, where you have the promo code, and enjoy 30% off for your first 3 months. And for anyone who's watching, I will links right below this video. Daniel, once again, thank you for joining us, and I hope that we're able to provide important value to our community.
Thanks a lot for the great opportunity, Liran, and the AutoDS community. Hopefully, it was insightful, and I enjoyed participating.
Thank you. Bye bye.